Hey FlossTube, how are y'all? This is Melissa, the Stash and Stitcher here. To catch you up to date on everything I've been doing, which unfortunately hasn't been very much in the way of stitching. Oops, you see my daughter's cat? We're cat sitting while she's in Austria. It's an entirely different dynamic. We already have 3 dogs, so he adds quite a bit of uh, flair to the bunch. Anyway, I digress. So, here to talk about a little bit about what I've been stitching, what I've been doing. We'll talk about a little bit of haul. Um, but hey, I hope everybody had a good weekend. This is Sunday, by the way. I think it's July 12th or 13th, but it's Sunday. And I know that there are a lot of people who've been at StitchCon this weekend. And then also the Silver Needle had a retreat this week, which I contemplated going on for a while, and then I thought that I probably shouldn't do that. I don't know why I thought I shouldn't do that, but I didn't. Anyway, I'm not there. I'm at home. So I hope everybody had a good time that went. Sounds like there was a lot of fun to be had in both places. Maybe next year. I told y'all, look for me next year. I'll be at some retreats. Anyway, so what else have I been up to? I don't know. I've been trying to get my house back in order. My youngest daughter's home from school. She's been working a lot. She brought a lot of stuff home with her that I've been trying to help her organize, but that hasn't been going too well. Tried to get caught up on stitching because, you know, I've told you I work 7 days on, 7 days off, and my last 7 days on was pretty busy, so I came home and crashed most days, so I didn't get much stitching done that week. But I did manage to get a new start and close to a couple of finishes, but haven't quite gotten there yet. So yeah, well, let's just get to talking about those things then. We will start with what I have been stitching. So one of the first things I've been stitching on is a whip. It's What Remains by Blackbird for traditional stitches. So I'm almost finished. I'd say I'm 3/4 of the way finished. And here's what I've done. Excuse me, not being ironed, but here's where I'm at. So I just really have that. Well, there is that bottom row. So there's birds along the bottom, and I got to finish that border on the bottom, and then down the side, and there's a peacock that goes in that bottom corner. But I've gotten quite a bit further along since y'all last saw it. Now I'm a little bit this one calls for satin stitches. I've not done satin stitches before. This is my first piece to try that on, so I'm not sure how I feel about them. There's some satin stitching there at the top half of that heart, and then there's some satin stitching here, and oh, I still gotta go back and do that, darn it. So that looks okay. And then over here, I wasn't sure that I liked the satin stitches, so I just filled these in with the X's, and then this up here is probably the best satin stitching that I think I did. But so I don't know. I either need to take these out or take those out and stitch those in. I don't know. I'm kind of having a love-hate relationship with the satin stitching. And then there's more satin stitching on the bottom, which is probably why I haven't finished it, because I'm kind of getting a mental block about the satin stitching. But it's a beautiful piece. It's fun to stitch. It is. I have not done it perfectly. I've miscounted in a couple of places, and didn't realize it, of course, until you know, try to do a piece under it, and or a motif under where you messed up, and then it's like, ugh. But I did not go rip it out because I figured that's just me making it my own, right? So, and then I've been doing for Stitch Camp. I don't know if any of y'all are participating in Stitch Camp that the Colorado Stitcher started, but I thought it was a fantastic idea. And as a matter of fact, in my last video, I talked about my plans for that, and then I changed my plans. It's a woman's prerogative, right? So in June, you were supposed to stitch something that was that you were inspired to stitch. So I chose to do It Is Well by Heartstring Samplery from her Sunday Stitches line, and I am almost finished with that. I just have some of the script left to do. I will tell you that that she stitched it one thread over two. I mean, yeah, 1/2, and I ended up throughout most of this I did 2/2. The rust color here is 1/1, which I'm glad that I did that. I didn't make the switch until I went to put in the lighter pink there, and I switched that to 2/2. But I'm kind of glad I did that, because otherwise I think that this rust color might have been a little overpowering for my taste. But along the stem here, that's all 1/1. I changed the color. First of all, I'm using the DMC conversion that she provided. And then the script, though, called for, I think it's Classic Colorworks Gunmetal. And then the DMC conversion was for 413, I think. I didn't like that, and I think it's because of my fabric color. This is fabric that I coffee and tea dyed myself. So I think it's that I didn't like that 413 against my fabric color. But I'm using, here it is right here, 336, DMC 336 so it's kind of a navy. And I think my mom, she caught me stitching it when she came over the other day, and she goes, I hope you're stitching that for me. Well, I wasn't really, but I may give this one to her, because to me, the conversion colors down here with this purple and then the golden here looks a little LSU-like for my taste. So she's a big LSU fan, I'm not. So I might give that to her just because, and try like some different, more muted colors or something like that. I don't know, we'll see. But it's turned out really nice. It's a fun stitch. It's really quick and simple, and yeah. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, hold on. Oh no, let's stick with those are the two main things that I've stitched on the last couple of weeks. I did get a new start. Sorry, y'all, I feel like I'm kind of all over the place here. I did get a new start. I had gotten some new fabric in, some parchment, and I was about to start Victoria's Garden. Again, I am using the DMC conversion on that, and I got it as a PDF download and printed it off. Actually, I made my husband use his good color printer at work. But this is that pattern, and the Contented Stitcher, Kim over at the Contented Stitcher, is doing a sale with this. So I think it's just hashtag Victoria's Garden on Instagram. But she's the one who got me to consider doing that. And I like it. I haven't done that much on it so far. But I'll show you here what I have gotten done. And I don't know how y'all handle your PDFs. This is my first time to ever use a PDF. Pattern that I've printed off, so I just have it on my clipboard here. But I gotten some parchment in, and I thought that it would look pretty. Now I'm not quite so sure about doing that, but here it is, and that's what I've gotten so far. Well, let me see if I can hold it back. Hold on. There. Is that better? I guess that border shows up fairly well on there. Um, Again, I love this stitch. I'm sorry, this pattern, and I can't wait to stitch on it some more, but I really have been just pushing for a finish on those other two pieces, and then I'm going to get a little more involved on that one. But I like that border. The border is just coming in really, really nice. It's something I can put the TV on and stitch. As a matter of fact, I don't know what y'all do when you're stitching. I tend to have the TV on, but I do. I'm a little bit embarrassed to tell you what I've been watching while I'm stitching, but I'll tell you. So a friend of mine at work had told me that she'd been watching Dallas from season 1 all the way to the end. It's available on Amazon Prime. So I've been watching those reruns. So I put those on because, I can listen to that. Don't necessarily have to watch it. It's not a lot of, heavy stuff that you got to concentrate on. And so I've been putting that on and stitching to that some. But anyway, it's either that or some other series that, that I'll put on while I'm stitching. And sometimes I just play music. And a lot of times I put on floss tube, so it just I kind of switch it up. I have also been playing around with dyeing some fabric. So I've done a couple of different things. This fabric here. I think that turned out really good. I believe that it's a 32 count Belfast linen is what this is. I don't have a name for it, and I don't have anything to stitch on it, although I think I have a Silent Night by, I forget who that's by. I don't even want to lie about it. But I thought it'd be good for that, or to make some of those little pillows for a dough bowl or something like that, on some spring pillows or something, or summer, or pin keeps or something like that. Not pin keeps, but little pin cushions. But I kind of like how that turned out. I just used some Rit dye and followed the instructions for dyeing on that, and then baked it in the oven for a little bit and let it dry, and that was it. One thing I do know from doing this, and then the next piece I'm going to show you, I'm no chemist. I would not be a good chemist. That is not what my DNA is, because I couldn't tell you what, how I made that color. I couldn't tell you how many capfuls or whatever of the dye I put in there, how much water, I couldn't tell you. So nothing exact about that. And the next piece is even less exact, because I dyed it one color and I said, I don't like that color. So then I added some more colors to that dye and then stuck it back in there, and this is what I got. So this is I think it's a 28 count even weave maybe. So it turned out to be kind of an interesting color. Here's some more modeling down here on this side, this end. So, I mean, it's kind of interesting. I have fun doing it. And I think that this color would be so pretty with something red on it. Like, I have a free pattern that I downloaded from, actually, I didn't download it, my mom did, so I don't know where she got it from. But it's just Christmas in a really pretty script. And I thought something like that would be pretty on here. I could see like I don't know, a red cardinal or something on that piece. I don't know. It was fun to do. I can't tell you how I recreated it, but I think I got two pretty good pieces from it for sure. So, let's see what else. On my last video, I told y'all that I was thinking about making a oh shoot, what does she call them? Yeah, those little things that Lori Holt does. Design boards. That's it. I knew it would come to me. I told you I was going to try to make it because, well, I just wanted to. I had some of that foam board lying around, and I said, well, I'm just going to try it. I mean, and Lori, I'm just going to tell you right now, she puts out a tutorial out about that. I watched that tutorial once and thought, easy peasy, I can do it. And here's what I'm going to tell you about all that. I love having this design board. I'm so glad that I did it. But don't be a Melissa in a Lori Holt world, okay? Because I took some shortcuts, and so mine is not as pretty or as cute as hers is, but it is just as functional. But I'll do another one, and when I do, I will use her measurements, her instructions, her recommendations, and I'll even hot glue the way that she does. I'm just telling you because it'll go smoother, it will look better, and yeah, you won't have hot glue all over the place. But here's the one that I made. So it's just a little batting here and some fabric around the edge. And I won't show you the back, and I won't show you up close because my seams did not turn out the way that hers did. I think that's a good title for this episode of my floss tube is Don't Be a Melissa in a Lori Holt world. Just do what she says. She's got it all figured out. You don't even have to think. Just do what she says. I mean, we always talk about men who do that, right? Men who don't read the instruction manual, don't follow the directions, think they can just figure it out. Yeah, that was kind of me on that project. But learn from my mistakes. Goodness. I did watch a good bit of FlossTube this week. I picked up a new FlossTuber. Some of you may have already seen her, but it's So Me Sarah, and she's from, I forget where, somewhere in the United Kingdom, but she is a delight to watch. I just love watching her. She does some really good pieces. She does a lot of different things, but she's so well-rounded, and she has a lot to say about her pieces, and I really enjoyed my time that I spent watching her FlossTube. So pick her up if you haven't already. Yeah, I think that's all my stitching that I have to show you, so I guess we'll move on to some haul. So I got my second shipment from my Floss Frenzy of Weeks Dye Works floss through the Fat Quarter Shop Floss Frenzy Club. And these are the colors we got this month. It was all about pink. All about pink. So let's see, we got, I don't know what's the best way to show y'all. This is Sophia's pink here. This is, how about I turn them around like this and then I can read them. Yeah. This is Emma's pink. Right there. Begonia. Ooh, that's pretty. That's really pretty. Let's see. Strawberry Fields. I should put my glasses on when I'm doing this stuff. Strawberry Fields. This is Raspberry. That's so pretty. You can see that's got a good bit of variegation. That's the word, variegation. In that, and then Garnet, and that's really pretty too. So those are all some good colors. I'm glad to have those. I love that. I can't wait to see what my colors are going to be every month. And then, let's see what else I have. I did pick this up after I saw someone. Oh, I'm gonna have to do a better job. See, I told y'all I'm not a chemist. Can't keep up with those concoctions that I die with, and I can't remember where I saw this first. It might have been Brenda and Laura. This is Joan Sands from Modern Folk Embroidery. So I think there's a sale coming up with that before long. I meant to go back and find out those details before I started filming this, and I forgot. Forgive me, I'll try to figure it out for next time, or I'll pop it in the box down below. I was watching Liz Matthews, hello from Liz Matthews, on her floss tube, and she put out, she's doing the Days of Christmas samplers, and she put out the third one. Let's see, can you see that? I just loved them. So when I went to, or loved this one, so when I went to buy it, I said, well, let's check out what the 1 and 2 look like, right? So I did, and I got those as well. This is the first day of Christmas here. Aren't these so cute? And I think, honestly, I think that I'll use them as trees. I'll create them into those trees. And then here's the second. So this is your pear tree, your partridge in a pear tree, right? And then this is 2 turtle doves here. So cute. I love them. I love them. So those are my patterns. And I think that I'm going to really try to not buy any more patterns, because I've got plenty to do. I do need to get some linen and things like that to do these patterns on, but y'all quit showing me good patterns and I'll stop. Then I got from Dot Dot Goose on Etsy, I got this. I'll show you the back first. This project bag. I looked at it and looked at it and looked at it, and then I was like, I gotta have it. It just felt summery and fresh and fun, and so I got it. I'm so glad that I did. I don't know what I'm gonna put in it yet. And then from Stitch Folk, speaking of Stitch Folk, did anybody get in on her pre-orders for that French General fabric that she's using to make project bags out of? I did. I'm so excited. But this is one that I had bought before that. Let me just open it up real quick because I haven't even held it. Both of these are such good quality. You can just tell. I mean, I like this. It's got a little handle on it too. But isn't that so cute? So there's the front. And here's the back with the rabbits and the owl and butterflies. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I think I like having the vinyl cover front too, because oh, it comes with a needle book. Look, so cute. So cute. Anyway, I like them with the vinyl front so you can see what's in there, because otherwise you're leaving it up to me to remember what I put in there or unzip and all that. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd like to know what you guys have been doing, what you're stitching on, what's your summer fun. Do you slack off in the summer on your stitching because you travel, or do you do a lot of stitching as you travel, or I don't know. I'd like to know what y'all do and where you're going. Every summer I'm like, summer comes up on me and I'm like, we didn't plan anything. Right now it's kind of hard to plan with both the kids in college, and then of course my oldest one over in Austria. She's having the time of her life. It is gorgeous. All the pictures that she sends over are absolutely gorgeous, but she is having the time of her life over there right now. So although she's working hard too, because she's doing archaeology and digging and stuff like that, and having to hike up a mountain in the Alps, and I don't know, it's fun. But it's also a lot of hard work. She sounds so tired sometimes. Anyway, yeah, so tell me what your plans are, what you're stitching on, how you handle the summer. I know that here we had a lot of rain in May and the first week of June. But guess what? It's gone, and it is hot here. It is to me anyway. I mean, it's very humid, 90 degrees, and it's just going to get hotter this next week. So, yeah, so I try to do outdoor things in the morning, run my errands in the mornings, and then stitch in the afternoons. Oh, I'll do it next time. Since Emily's gone and we had to move all of her stuff back home to empty out her apartment since she was going to be gone for so long, I have her quilt here that I made for her. I was going to show y'all, but I'll get that the next time. Yeah, this is a quick video, but oh, you know, the last time I ended my video, I did not put my little, I've been giving y'all some health tips, and I did not do that the last time. So let's see, my first video I said for my wellness tip was find you a primary care doctor, I don't care how old you are, and start seeing them. That way when you need something, they're willing to help you, and you get your maintenance, you know, especially if you're, I don't know, 35, 40, you know, and you don't have somebody, you need to find somebody. You need to, those are times where you need to start, or that's the age where you really need to start watching, you know, cholesterol and blood pressure and things like that. So that was my first tip. And then the second tip, I think, was to step up your activity a little bit. You know, our hobby is fairly sedentary that we're talking about here, you know, cross stitching. So, you know, need to get up and move. The American Heart Association says 30 minutes of activity every day, or actually they say 30 minutes of activity 5 days a week. So, and that's just for your heart health. That's not for for weight loss or anything like that. That's just what you need to do to have a healthy heart. And today I'll say, let's watch our salt intake. Yeah, that's going to help a lot if you have issues with fluid retention, if you have blood pressure issues, and you know, you definitely, if you have those two issues, you definitely need to be watching your salt intake. I always tell people 1,500 grams of sodium a day, because the American Heart Association recommendation, I believe, is 2 grams, so that gives you a little bit of leeway if you go over. But yeah, so 2 grams, or 1,500 to 2 grams. Let me restate that, please. 1,500 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams of sodium a day is what you should try for. And again, that's to help with fluid retention, blood pressure issues. And some of the easiest ways to avoid sodium is to buy frozen foods over canned foods. And we're talking about just fresh vegetables, because if you get like the ones that have the sauces and things like that on them, then that's going to add, they're going to add salt to those. Check your frozen meals, your lean cuisines and things like that. Tons of sodium in those. Canned goods, tons of sodium in those. So if you can either go fresh or frozen on your vegetables, that's going to help you a whole lot. And drink water. Water. That's good for everything. Not too much. I mean, you don't want to, you know, drown yourself. That is possible to drink too much water, but that's good too. It flushes some of that sodium out. So that would be my tip for this couple of weeks. I hope y'all have a great week. I hope you're having a good summer. If you're taking any fun vacations, be safe. And let me know what you're doing this summer. And I'd also like to know how you handle your stitching this summer. So, all right. Well, short and quick and to the point here today, but I'll be back in a couple of weeks, I hope. So have a good, safe week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Oh, I always forget that. But thank you all so much. The subscribers that I have, I truly appreciate. I'm surprised. I never expected to get 5, much less. I think I'm up to 200 and something now. And I know that there are other people who are way, way above that. But I enjoy watching FlossTube. I enjoy sharing what I'm doing on here. So thank you all so much for your encouragement and for your comments. And I try to keep up and comment and respond to everybody. But if I've missed you, I'm so sorry. But please know how much I appreciate you watching and sharing. And I'd like to know what you're up to and how you're doing as well. So anyway, have a good week. Thanks again for watching. See you later. Bye.